streaming live across the country, tackling the topics everyone is talking about online. Share, engage, and interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey everyone, happy Friday, or Fry-yay as our camera operator Steve calls it. We finally made it to the weekend. For me, it's going to be in about 25 minutes. Some of you might have to wait a little bit longer though. August 21st today. This is Newsfeed Now, a show where we look at all the stories creating a buzz online. And I'm Mandy Knoll. And we begin with a happy story. A New York police officer was called back to his precinct to help greet a VIP visitor. Got a huge surprise. Sergeant Harold Murphy was told he would be part of a detail for a special guest, a VIP. Murphy joined the line of officers there to greet that VIP and was surprised to find out it was his son. Officer Ryan Murphy has been in Afghanistan all year. He's a sergeant with the U.S. Army. The son, Ryan's return came as a big surprise because his father thought Ryan would be in Afghanistan for a few more weeks. Honestly, it never gets tired talking about stories like that, and it's great to see. To something else now. High school football is officially back in parts of the South, but everything looks different with COVID, as it should. But one school wasn't necessarily following all of the procedures and precautions that are put in place. This is video from Fairhope, Alabama. It's gone viral. It shows hundreds of fans in the stand, a lot of them not socially distancing, not wearing masks. The school district is already rethinking its plan and thinking of changes when it comes to handling games for the rest of the season. Now we are bringing in Devin Walsh from WKRG. Devin, thanks for being here with us. What's the reaction from the community, Ben?
You know, I think a lot of people were really surprised at that video. Everybody was kind of hoping that Baldwin County would be following the rules, but that really isn't what happened last night, especially when you look at those shots of the student section. The kids were on top of each other without masks, having a great time, but this was a time when they really needed to try to follow the rules so that we could all stay in school, we could continue football, and that didn't happen last night. And we did have a lot of parents upset. They didn't let their children go to the games because they were concerned about social distancing and coronavirus. And now those same kids are walking the halls today, having been on top of each other at the game last night. So it's not a very good reaction here locally.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. So what does the school come out and say? They said, we apologize. We're going to do better about kind of monitoring the fan section. Or what are they saying?
Well, those are the questions we're going to be asking today. What happens from here on out? Because there are a lot of games even tonight. And one of the principals from the high school said, we asked people to wear masks. They didn't do it. We can't make them wear masks, but it actually is a state mandate. So they actually can make people wear masks. And so we are asking a lot of tough questions today about what's going to happen going forward, because we don't want to see a repeat of that. And Mandy, the Fairhope, Alabama was on the national news this morning with Gail King saying this is basically a bad example of what's happening. So we need to turn that around. And I think the school system is going to be, we hope, having some tough conversations today before tonight's games.
So I'm guessing schools in Alabama, public schools went back this week, and other parts of the country, here where I am in Arkansas, schools go back next week. So this is interesting to see ahead of, because we haven't had our first Friday night football game. But you said, last night was Thursday night. There are more football games scheduled for tonight, Friday.
Yes, there are. So Baldwin County went back last week, but interestingly, we had a lot of football games in Mobile County, which is about an hour away, and they were more socially distant. People were spaced out. They had tape on the bleachers blocking off certain sections so that people wouldn't be too close to each other. So we think it can be done. It just sounds like Baldwin County was expecting people to do a little more themselves, and they didn't. So maybe they need to enforce the rules a little bit more as we go forward.
Well, I know you guys in Alabama love your high school football.
No, we do.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Thank you for keeping us on top of this.
Sure.
Another story trending today, the tropics, the weather in 2020 fashion. It looks as though two tropical systems could make landfall in the Gulf near or at the exact same time. Let's bring in meteorologist Pat Walker from Little Rock, Arkansas. Pat, What are the models showing us?
Well, they are really showing both of these will get into the Gulf perhaps over the weekend into early next week, and they'll be making landfall Tuesday into Wednesday time period. It does look like they'll probably make landfall along the Gulf Coast within 24 hours of each other, so within a day's time. But the first of those is going to be what is still yet a tropical depression. This morning we did get tropical storm Laura, which is east of Puerto Rico, out still in the Atlantic, moving into the northern Lesser Antilles. So that is now tropical storm Laura. Also, at the same time, we do have another tropical system, which is tropical storm Genevieve over the Pacific. But all these lines here, these are every single model output saying where this storm will go. So you see there's a lot of difference and varying, but of course, the models do put both of these here into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, Genevieve takes it up close to California, but it'll probably stay well offshore because the official forecast for Genevieve is to stay offshore. So here we go into next week. We got tropical storm, what is still a tropical depression, number 14, likely to become today or tomorrow, likely to become tropical storm Marco. Polo, anybody?
Polo!
There you go. Thank you. So it'll make its way to the Gulf, and it's not moving as fast as Laura is, but it's a lot closer to land. So it does look like what would be Marco could make landfall on the Texas Gulf Coast. Probably at this point, at least the official forecast from the Hurricane Center is near Houston. That's Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, we're looking at what is Laura as a Category 1 hurricane between Florida and, say, Mobile. But anywhere from New Orleans to the Florida coast is where we could see Laura make its possibly a second landfall. It could make landfall other than Cuba, maybe in the Florida Keys. It could move through there or South Florida, but this is Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. This is Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. So you're probably about 24 hours or less within each other, but they'll both be in the Gulf at the same time, which is not, it's happened before, but in our hurricane history in the United States, we've seen this like twice before, in the 30s and in the 50s. So it's been quite some time. Rainfall will be an issue, but not a huge issue with this because these storms will be moving. The slower the storm, it dumps more rainfall. But we're still expecting in southeast Texas and South Louisiana anywhere maybe the 3 to 5, maybe some spots of 5 to 8, or maybe even up to a foot of inch of rainfall. Foot maybe up to around Houston, and some places panhandle of Florida into Floribama, into South Mississippi. We may see up to 5 inches of rain with this next week.
Thank you, Pat. That's some great information. I was just going to ask you if it had ever happened before, and you answered that for me.
Yeah, like in the 30s, like 1932 maybe, or 1933, I think 1959.
Pat and I are in the studio together, so let's try this one more time. Marco.
Polo.
There you are. I found you. Oh, we got 2 of them. All right, thanks, Pat. We are going political now. Joe Biden closed out the Democratic National Convention last night with a speech that focused more on his 5 decades of public service and less on his opponent, President Donald Trump, in November's general election. Karen Kafa is live in Wilmington, Delaware this morning with a recap of the evening and the week.
On their convention's final night, Democrats looking to the future.
Recovery is only possible with a change of leadership and new ideas.
This November, let's move forward and never look back.
Joe Biden is right. This is a contest for the soul of the nation.
And in accepting his party's presidential nomination, Joe Biden arguing he can best lead the nation through the challenges of the present.
In times as challenging as these, I believe there's only one way forward. As a united America, a united America.
Biden's nomination adding another achievement to a Washington resume that spans nearly 5 decades. That resume is an area where President Trump, campaigning in Biden's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania Thursday, has indicated he'll take aim.
He's been there for 47 years, and now he's going to come in and make a change. I don't think so.
Top Democrats slammed Trump's White House tenure in their convention speeches this week as part of their call for change.
Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't.
I wish Donald Trump knew how to be a president.
Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country.
Biden Thursday adding to those voices, underscoring the importance of this election.
This is our moment. This is our mission. May history be able to say that the end of this chapter of American darkness began here tonight.
In Wilmington, Delaware, I'm Karen Kafa.
And we are bringing in our political expert, Jesse Tenor from Washington. So Biden didn't really take aim at the president as much as we were expecting, but plenty of other people did. We saw the Clintons, the Obamas. Talk about, I guess, the general message of the night.
So Biden has really been waiting for half a century to make this acceptance speech to become the U.S. presidential, at least, candidate for the Democratic Party. And so, yeah, he really spent more time on really trying to unify the country and less time attacking the president, though he still was very critical of what President Trump has done in his first term. And so this was kind of more of like an Oval Office speech instead of, kind of like a pumped up, rambunctious campaign speech. And I think that bode really well for Biden. When you're reading reports today, really a lot of different people from, across the political spectrum are saying that this is his best speech yet. And so you could tell that he definitely went into this last night wanting to get across this message of unity, and I think he did a pretty good job of that.
It was his night to shine, that is for sure. Now, I was online early this morning, just like we were talking about yesterday, kind of looking at what was trending online, and I saw a lot of people pointing out that two of the candidates in that original poll, when we had 15 plus, weren't there, and that was Tulsi Gabbard and Julian Castro, and people were saying it's typical for some of the candidates to always speak at the DNC, but neither of them were there. Do you know anything about that?
So not specifically on those candidates, but I know, like you mentioned, there was just such a large pool heading into the race. And so Cory Booker was able to bring them together in a panel. I think he called it kind of like the survivor panel of those who didn't quite make it to the end. So they were able to talk a little bit about why they wanted to all rally behind Joe Biden. But there has been some criticism, especially when you look at President Trump's immigration policy. We did hear from some families that impacted. But yeah, there were some people who thought that should have maybe taken more of a center stage. But that just shows really how much the country has changed even over the past couple months. We now have a coronavirus pandemic, this racial reckoning that we really haven't seen since the 1960s civil rights movement. And so it just shows that even in 2020, how much has been going on. And then one word that was absent from the entire convention that was huge back at the end of 2019 and even early 2020, hard to imagine, was impeachment. And we didn't hear anything about that.
That is a really good point. Jesse Tenor from Washington, thanks for being with us. Of course, the Democrats got in the first word. The Republicans will get the last word next week at the Republican National Convention. I'm sure we'll hear more from Jesse then. A White House official says there will be a funeral service for President Trump's brother Robert this afternoon at the White House. It comes after the president said Monday that he wanted to hold a service there for his younger brother. Trump said his brother would have been honored. Members of the Trump family are expected to attend, as is First Lady Melania Trump. Robert Trump died Saturday at the age of 71 at a hospital in New York. Details of his illness were not released. President Trump's former chief strategist Steve Bannon is facing charges in a massive fraud scheme. Federal prosecutors in New York indicted Bannon and 3 other people. They're accused of defrauding donors of millions of dollars. Prosecutors say it was done through an online crowdfunding campaign known as We Build the Wall, which claimed to raise money to pay for the border wall with Mexico. The 4 men are indicted for allegedly taking hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to the group and using it for personal expenses, among other things. Bannon has pleaded not guilty after being taken into custody. That was Thursday morning. Moving away from politics now, the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500 is this Sunday. It's normally held on Memorial Day, but of course it was delayed this year because of the pandemic. Darius Johnson is giving us a look at this weekend's big race.
Is it August yet? 33 cars, 200 laps, 500 miles, and grandstands with no fans.
I've waited 1 year and 3 months to hear 230 miles an hour, and I absolutely love it. I knew I couldn't get inside this year, but I had to come anyway.
That's what many, including Pete Weinberg from Wisconsin, are doing just to get a feeling of race weekend.
Right here is just fine. I get to hear the cars, I can smell it.
Without the 300,000 fans flocking to the Motor Speedway, some companies are taking a punch to the gut.
Overall number of rides are down, but with the rides being longer, we're actually seeing better utilization.
Lime Scooters tells us they just reached their millionth ride, which was delayed by COVID-19. They say last year's 500 500 was a breadwinner and one of their busiest days. That's not the case this time around.
Safety's #1, so we recognize why there aren't fans around.
Meanwhile, Uber drivers are scarce and on the come up.
Since I've been driving, I'm actually making more money than I typically do. I think there are less drivers out, and so the demand's higher.
Many drivers stopped operating, weary of passengers due to the virus.
I can't even start picking up passengers until I prove I have a mask on.
Although the loss to fans is devastating, the millions in economic loss is also crippling, while everyone takes the necessary precautions to keep people safe.
This thoughtful decision will ensure the health of the event moving forward. And so we commend the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for making this tough decision.
And we are bringing in Chris Hagan from Indianapolis right now. You know, let's talk about driver expectations. I've worked NASCAR races before as a journalist. The atmosphere is incredible. There is nothing like it. How are the drivers feeling without all those screaming fans?
Well, it's going to be strange. This is the largest single-day sporting event in the entire world, usually about 300,000 people here. The build-up before the race is part of the show as well, the driver introductions. And they've been telling me it feels like it's just like a practice day or test sessions out here. No fans throughout qualifications. Right now they're doing their final practice before the race on Sunday. No one's in there. We're outside, but a lot of fans out here trying to sneak a peek or at least get to hear those cars as they roar around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
I was just going to say, at least the fans are still going to be able to hear that roar. There's really nothing like it, even if you're not a fan of NASCAR, to hear that sound of the engines as the cars are racing around the track. The other thing I want to talk to you about, the economic impact is huge. Over the course of this pandemic, we've seen businesses get really resourceful and clever. So have you seen any business owners doing things to get themselves out there and drum up business?
Yeah, especially here in the little town of Speedway, which is just outside of Indianapolis, where, of course, the track is. The main street down Speedway, they've lost so much business. They're trying to draw in some of these fans, but really, it's been tough because folks aren't coming out. As I said, probably hundreds of people out here trying to get a listen, but those businesses are suffering, and that's not the only thing that's hurt Indianapolis. They had the Big Ten men's basketball tournament that was canceled. We had the Big Ten football championship game that was going to come up in December. That's canceled. Now we're hearing the NBA All-Star game next year has been canceled. So many things in Indianapolis. Huge part of the community is sports and the dollars that come along with fans. And right now we're simply not getting them. It was supposed to be in May. That's the usual date for the 500. Now here we are in August. Fans that had planned to come into town, those have all been washed by the wayside. So a lot of businesses still suffering, and not just because of the Indy 500.
I know we've seen locals in cities across the country and across the world trying to turn out to support their local businesses. So hopefully we'll see some of that this weekend there in Indy. Thank you for being with us, Chris Hagan.
Got it.
A lesson in kindness now in Missouri. A teacher is donating a kidney to the mother of one of her students. Niza McDonald has this story.
I love my students.
Misty Bird teaches art at Wilder Elementary.
I have them from kindergarten on,
allowing Bird to form unique bonds.
I get to watch them come in and be really little and grow.
Like she has with the Cronies.
I've had Fisher, who's amazing, since kindergarten.
Which made making the decision to help Fisher's mom, who was in need of a kidney, a no-brainer.
I don't think I even mentioned it to my family until I found out I was a match.
Bird's first phone call was to the Cronies.
My son lit off fireworks in the yard when we found out that Misty was a match. All right, this is going to happen, and I'm not going to have to wait years for it to happen.
Crony says she was already in stage 5 renal failure.
I didn't know that it, meant that I would be starting dialysis so soon. I was scared that I wouldn't be here for my kids or that doing dialysis and quitting my job, that, I wasn't going to be able to participate.
She says she can never thank Bird enough.
I was so thankful that she would even go and do the testing, let alone that she was a match and willing to go forward and give to me.
The biggest reason I'm doing this and talking about it is I want my students to know that, there's kindness out there. There's ways to be good. You don't have to donate an organ, you don't have to go that big, but you can show kindness by helping a friend who feels lonely, or being more patient and practicing tolerance when they're different.
Both Bird and Crony are encouraging people to explore becoming a donor, noting there are hundreds of thousands of people on the lists who never get that call. To a lighter story now, one that's really hard to take serious, and that's probably the point of it. The dog days of summer are putting squirrels in an awkward position. People in Austin, Texas are capturing squirrels lying spread eagle. There's actually a word for it, and it's as ridiculous as you would think. It's called splooting. Splooting, Steve. That's when a squirrel lays flat on its belly and spreads its paws out. One guy took a picture of his dog keeping a close eye on a squirrel who was splooting in the shade, probably up to no good. A woman snapped a picture of another squirrel splooting on an outside wall. Wildlife experts say if you see a squirrel in this position, it's all right. It's just trying to cool off. I can't.
Now, obviously, and those squirrels are basically just trying to cool themselves. So I kind of think of my child not feeling well on the bathroom floor, you know, and they like spread out on the tile. That's exactly what the squirrels are doing. They're basically getting as much of their body on a cooler surface. So if it's cooler than the air outside, they're gonna their body on, and it's gonna cool their temperature.
We're bringing in Will Dupree from Austin, Texas. I can't handle this. I started to read the script and I just kept giggling, and then I was looking up pictures. Like, is splooting a real world? That's the best part of it.
Yeah, I never thought in my entire career that I would get to say splooting on air, but here we are. So when I first moved to Austin, I'm from Arkansas, so I'm used to the summer heat. I'm used to, you know, sweating outside, dealing with the mosquitoes and all of that. But here in Austin, when I moved here, one time on my porch, I saw like a squirrel splayed out on the floor, and I'm thinking, is something wrong with it? But no, it was just cooling off, and this is the official word, splooting.
How did you find out that that was the official word?
We asked around, as we do as journalists, so we kept getting these pictures in of squirrels in different positions, so we asked some wildlife rescuers, and they told us that's the official word.
Is it just for squirrels, or is it one of my dogs? I'm not kidding. She lays like that. She's a little chubster, and especially when she gets heated or winded, she sploots. So can I say that she's a splooter?
I think it's safe to say that, yeah.
Okay. Anything else you can add? This is the story of the day in my book, the most important story that I'm covering today.
Right, very, very serious stuff here. So what we did also ask those wildlife rescuers, you know, if you see a squirrel in this position, this strange looking position, they told us that what you should do is maybe not leave out food because they are handled in that regard, but maybe put out a glass of water or a plate with water on it so that they can get some relief from this very intense Texas heat.
That's a good point. Yeah, I had that written down and I got sidetracked because of the images and the word sploot. I meant to say
it's easy to do that with this story.
What can we do to help our splooting squirrels? Give them some water. Hydration. Hydration is key for humans and squirrels alike. And on that note, thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Well, sploot happily, my friends. That's our show for today. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Steve's out of breath. He's splooting in the corner.